Shay was just asking, are there alligators here in Georgia? And then,
this pond right here.
what the heck? I've been in Georgia for like a day. Shay's been in Dallas getting delayed. It felt totally like spiritual attack sort of stuff. And I'm stoked because Shay and I have been doing ministry together for like 10 years. One of my longest standing friends. And he just flew in because we are going to meet up with these guys who do this crazy church planting thing in India. These guys who planted 1,300 house churches last year. The guy we're meeting with, his father-in-law started this church planting organization 30 years ago. And the collective congregation of all the churches they've planted is 500,000 people. That has never happened in America. I can say that with confidence. That has not happened in America. I see him.
Pull up right here.
Oh, dude, you got your guitar. Nice. Cool. Let me pull up. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
It's gonna be awesome, dude. What did it take for you to get here?
Yesterday. It all started yesterday. I got on a plane from SeaTac Airport to DFW at 11:30. He landed 20 minutes late. By the time I got off the plane, the layover had closed its doors.
You went from Seattle to Dallas, Dallas to Charlotte, Charlotte to Savannah.
Yeah.
And it took like a full 24 hours. Dude, I think you could have actually gotten to India in the same amount of time. Okay, so crazy story, but I gotta tell you how we met Josh Howard and these people in India who are now our ministry partners. Oh no. Hey bud, I'm almost done. Here, sit right here and watch. So, I was doing meetings with the church I grew up in, Compassion Christian Church, and I was meeting with them because I wanted them to partner with Monochurch. And so I'd had a few meetings, and honestly, I wasn't really articulating things very well. I was getting a little long-winded, if you will. That's how I was talking about Monochurch. And so in one of the meetings, I was seeing a lot of blank stares, and so I just say to the group, I'm like, guys, come on. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen this sort of crazy multiplication with church planting. It's just that you haven't seen it in America. You've seen it in India. And so I was trying to say, hey, I just want to see the same thing happen here. And everybody was looking at me funny, looking at me kind of like I offended them. But the reason they were looking at me funny was because what I didn't know is that at that very moment, as we were having that meeting, Josh was landing in America. He'd come from India. They had set it up ahead of time that Josh would be in America for a few months, training some of their leaders on how to do this style of church planting through multiplication. And so we all had this moment where we're like, wow, we are really on the same page. We might need to think through this partnership thing a little more seriously. So that's how I met Josh Howard.
So the 4 fields are basically just an illustration of what we see Jesus and the Apostle Paul doing, okay? And I want to make that super clear that all of this is basically trying to model our discipleship and evangelism stuff through, basically model it after the disciples and Jesus. What did they do, right? When we say disciple, it's somebody who is an obedient follower of Christ. So they are listening to Jesus, they are obeying Jesus, they are looking more like Jesus, talking more like Jesus, acting more like him. That's really what a disciple is. And so how do we get people that are listening to Jesus and obeying him with their lives every single day? He's not only Savior, but he's also King of their lives.
Well, here's where it all went down.
The thing that I loved about it is that it's not perpetuating some sort of culture.
Dude.
It's looking at the context versus the culture that you want to bring into something.
Yeah, and it's something that could work like across cultures. You know what I mean? The Great Commission is like super simple, but super powerful. This moment will document the beginning of a crazy partnership, dude.
Yeah, dog. The training that we were in yesterday with Josh, that just reaffirmed everything that I've been feeling, and Josh put it into words and a diagram and a method, and I just felt really encouraged by that. Everything I've been feeling about the ministry that God's called us to do was that.
I would say every step of this journey has been like some unexpected twist and turn, and I think partnering with a group from India was one of those, and they said they're stoked. Thank you. Josh said if he only came to the States, if his trip to the States was just to partner with Monochurch, he said it'd be worth it. That connection was crazy, dude.
He said that?
Yeah.
Dude. I know it's going to be good because how hard it was to be here.
It's 24 hours after we picked up Che, and we are back at the airport.
Yeah, I'm about to head back to Seattle. Another 20 planes back to Seattle.
We've been talking about this crisis of not keeping up with population growth. How do you think we can catch up, man?
By doing what Jesus told us to do, which is go and make disciples, raise up disciples that can teach other people, and have them do the same thing down the line.
That's good. He didn't tell us to come. He told us to go. All right, Che is off. What that means for me is I gotta get to the church and do this pitch at 3. I'm gonna pray for a minute because I cannot do this on my own. All right, check this out. I'm at Compassion. I just got out of the meeting with their outreach team, and dude, they're in, man. They're in. They are our second church partner. Dude, we have twice as many partners now, man. That is where the name Monochurch comes from. The high priestly prayer. This whole thing will rise and fall on the level of oneness between churches, and having another church say, hey man, we don't want to just support you, we want to partner with you. That's what it's all about. All right, I had to share that real quick. All right, well, there's only one thing left to do. Let's go together.